Welcome to this insightful session on personal branding and marketing. AI for personal branding. Create blogs, newsletters, and LinkedIn posts fast. In this masterclass, Dan Streeter takes you on a journey through the power of artificial intelligence in shaping and elevating your personal brand. Dan explores how AI can simplify the creative process, allowing professionals to build a consistent online presence with speed and authenticity. In this session, the agenda includes, first, understanding the role of AI in personal branding and how it enhances your visibility and voice. Second, learning to use AI tools to create engaging and original blog content that reflects your brand. Third, exploring how to craft professional newsletters quickly and effectively using AI assistance. Fourth, discovering how to optimize your LinkedIn posts with AI to strengthen your personal brand and audience engagement.
Thank you for having me. My name is Connor Capello. We have an awesome tool for you guys today called MyPen.AI, which really serves to use the power of AI to boost your marketing content creation, distribution, and reporting dashboard. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We'll do a live demo today. I'll walk you guys through all the features, and we can field some questions at the end of the session, and we'll also have a nice task for you so you guys can jump into the tool and start to use it for yourself. So let's jump right in. So once you log in, you'll see we have a ton of features for you. This is for all the different modes of content creation that we have. So we have written assets, which are going to cover things like blogs, newsletters, social posts. We also have video assets, which are going to be like video shorts that you could post on, say, Instagram, Facebook, even YouTube. We also have longer form content like AI podcasts, which can be both audio or video. Those can be one or two speakers, and they can also be cloned off your AI likeness, which we will show once we get to that feature. We also have some awesome features like the calendar, which allows you to schedule out social posts, as well as some SEO tools and a reporting dashboard. So let's jump right into it. We'll take it one feature at a time just so you guys can get a feel for everything. And then at the end, of course, if you have any questions, we can jump back into the features and go over those. So we'll start here with the newsletter. So with our written assets, we set up a format where we have a sort of chat interaction, and then we have our generative preview window here. So you'll go into the right tab, and then you'll see we have newsletter, blog, social posts. My assets is going to be where you can save all of these. We'll look at that in a second, but let's start with the newsletter. So I've already generated one for you here, but you can see this functions sort of like a chat, similar to something you would see in ChatGPT. The prompts are custom crafted so that we have some guardrails to kind of steer your generation and really give you the best output possible. So you can see I have this sort of conversational flow with the chat assistant, where it asks me things like what I want the topic to be, what I want the purpose of the newsletter to be, certain topics, tone, things like styling or length. And then once you're happy with that, you can generate. You can also add in these custom audiences, which you can set up in your persona page. We'll show that a little bit later in the session, but you can set up a custom audience. I believe for this one, I used marketers. And then we get this output here, which is fully customizable, which is awesome. So we can come in, say, I want these titles to actually be centered. We can highlight that. You can go ahead and center it in the document. Maybe I think this is an important piece of the newsletter and I want to really highlight this. Let's go ahead and add a color background to this. So I can select here, apply a background, and now this is really going to pop. So you have full editability over this asset. You can replace images. You can use a custom web library of images. You can upload your own photos to use. Say we wanted to use this logo instead. We can swap it in, super easy. And then we have the ability to export these as a PDF, PNG, or HTML files. You can save them directly to your assets page, or you can just continue to customize these in this window here. So really great tool for building newsletters. It gets you going with that initial generation, which you're guiding from the chat assistant, and then you have full control over customizing that here in this window. So the blog is going to work very similar to that. So we have our blog output. The difference here is that this is going to be more text driven. So we're not going to have the full kind of customizable backgrounds. This is really meant to be text driven because it is a blog, but you can still add images. So say we want to insert an image right underneath, we'll go ahead and click on the image pop-up. We'll add a custom image and let's place that right there. So you still have all the customizable options that you would have in that newsletter, but the blog, of course, is meant to be more of a text-driven document. And then a really cool one here is going to be the social posts. So we can actually demonstrate how this works directly. I'll walk you through a full chat and then we can actually see how it posts. So let me just double check that I am connected to my, let me go ahead and refresh here. Let me double check that I am connected to my LinkedIn account. So if you want to connect your accounts, you come over to the Connect Social page, which is under this profile icon. And then you can connect various social platforms. So we support LinkedIn, X, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, as well as Podbean, which is going to allow you to post to platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, Google. It lets you post those longer form podcasts. So I'm connected to LinkedIn, which is great. So we'll go ahead and we'll go back to this social post and let's just go ahead and build one right here. So I want this to go to LinkedIn. Great. What's the main topic? Let's do AI marketing tools. And then let's say we'll generate a text-based post first, and then we'll go ahead and we'll add an image. So you can, at any point, choose to generate. You can continue to chat with the interface to get it more fine-tuned to what you want the output to be. But at any point, you can go ahead and hit generate post, and you'll see that your post starts to generate. And then you'll have this preview here, and you can actually adjust the platform to kind of get an idea of how that's going to look across different social media. So we got this initial output. We have a post about AI marketing tools. Say we wanted this to go to Instagram. We can see how that would look on Instagram. X, of course, has character limit restrictions, so we would need to edit and refine this a little bit. But we want this to go to LinkedIn. So let's go ahead. We can edit this. Say I don't want these links. Maybe I don't want the hashtags. I can just cut this down a little bit. I think this will be a good post. So we'll go ahead and save here. If I wanted to add an image, I can definitely do that as well. So you have a lot of options here in terms of customizing. I can add those custom images like we did earlier with these libraries. I can also generate an image. So let's actually do that. Let's go ahead and generate an image for this post. So I'll click AI image, and then we want to do AI marketing. So we can get a an image that is, gonna fit well with our post content. So once this generates, all you have to do is click insert into post, and then it'll add it right in there into your post content, and then we can actually post directly to our platform. So we've got an image. Let's go ahead and insert that. We like how that looks. Now we can see how it looks inside of our posts. Say we didn't want to post this directly right now. We can save it to our assets, and then we can post it later. So I'll go ahead and save it to our assets just so we can take a look at that. But let's also, so like I said, when you save those assets, you can go to the My Assets page, and you can see that we have those stored. So if you wanted to continue editing these in the future or post again later, you have the option to do so. So those are the written assets. The chat feature was actually a client request. They wanted something a little bit snappier and a little bit quicker than that kind of guided prompted chat interface. So this is basically like a ChatGPT sort of chat assistant. So you can just jump directly in, say, generate me a social post about AI marketing tools. And that's going to give it to you directly. And the good thing about the My Assets page is you can actually take this output and you can just create a social post directly on that page. So we like this output, we'll copy that. We could come over to our assets page and we can just add a custom post. So we can add a post title. It's going to be AI marketing. And then we can just copy that content directly in here, save it. And now we have a new social post that we just created quickly with the chat feature. So the chat feature is great if you want something quick and easy. These written asset features are going to give you more of a guided output. So if you really want to fine tune it, I would recommend using these features. If you want just quick recommendations, I would say use the chat feature. And so that's it for the written assets. We'll go ahead and we'll jump into the video assets. So we have AI shorts and avatar videos. So these are all going to be short form videos, typically around 30 seconds, which is perfect for social media. A lot of social media platforms do have restrictions on video length. So this is compatible with a ton of different platforms. So these AI shorts are going to work the same way, where you have this sort of generative AI front end, and then the output is just handled directly for you. So if we wanted to do AI marketing, We could write our own script for the video, or we could actually have this generated with AI. So it'll give us a generated output here, which we can feel free to edit to, your desired script. Say we just like how it looks right off the bat, we can stick with that. And then we have some different styling options. So we could do 4K, cinematic. You can really get creative with these, test out some different generations and see which ones you like the most. We would select that, and then we would go ahead and generate the short. That is going to appear on your My Videos page, where you have your collections of avatar videos and AI shorts. So if we jumped over here, we can see some that I created already, and you have the option to post these directly, those platforms you have connected, or you can also just download that video. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I just want to give you guys a quick view of what this looks like.
In today's digital age, AI marketing is revolutionizing how businesses connect.
You get these awesome AI shorts, which are great for platforms like Instagram Reels, Facebook. These do tend to get a lot of engagement, which is great. So on those directly, it's just a way to view. You can see that all of these images and that full script was generated on the script that we provided. So go ahead and close this. So the AI avatars, these are going to be more like an influencer style video. So you actually have a much more detailed creation process, but you have the option to add an avatar persona over the top of it. So it's going to look like you have someone actually talking about your content rather than just having the sort of AI short slideshow of images. So you select, and then you still go through this full process where you are, we can walk through it, and then I'll actually show you the output. So video topic would be AI marketing, target audience, let's say business professionals. And then additional details, let's make it engaging. You can really add as much as you want. The more detail you add there, the more custom your prompt's going to be, and then the more close to the desired output you would like to see in the video. You can really fine tune that with this additional details section. So we have our scripts. It's going to go ahead and generate a few scripts for us with different tones, like discovery, story time. So these are going to really give you some options depending on the sort of tone you want to go for, or you can always write a custom script as well if you weren't happy with these. So let's say we like the story time one. We can go ahead and hit next. Then we're going to have an option for background audio like music on these. You can preview all of these sounds as well. So we have a lot of different kind of moods and audio choices for you. Once you find something you like, you can go ahead and select that. You can also sort by genre as well if you want to look through these and find something that really fits. And then you have the option to add the sort of background to the video. So the photo library or the videos. So if we wanted AI marketing photos, you can search, you can upload photos. We also have a video library where you can search and upload those as well. And then once you get here, you just get a summary and then you can submit it. And I'll show you what one of those outputs look like. So here we see we have this sort of avatar character.
Does AI marketing actually enhance our campaign strategies? Absolutely. Let's dig into that. AI marketing.
So that gives you sort of that influencer style over the top of the video, which does seem to drive engagement a little bit more. I think people like to see a human face when they are watching that online content. I think it kind of grabs their attention a little bit more. And then let's jump into the podcast feature. So this is going to be more long form content. You do have the option to create shorter episodes like 1 or 5 minutes, but you can get all the way up to 15-minute content as well for both video and audio. So this feature, the creation has this new episode configuration box, which will really guide you through what you need depending on which type of episode you're trying to generate. So say we wanted a video about AI marketing. We want to cover AI agents and AI marketing tools. So we can add multiple topics. We want to make it educational. And then here's where we can really customize how we want the output to be. So we can either have a 1-speaker audio podcast, a 2-speaker audio podcast, which will transition from more of a conversational tone. So you can have like your voice and an AI voice or 2 AI voices. It's really up to you. Or you can do a 2-speaker video podcast, which is really cool. And you have the option to add these AI avatars, which actually look like you. So you can really customize this to be personal, where you have an AI avatar that looks like your persona. And then you also have an AI voice, which matches your voice. So you have clones. and then they'll talk about whatever topic you want to talk about in a really informed way, even something you don't know anything about. You can generate a podcast where it looks like you're talking about that in a really informed way, which is nice. So you have the option to select those. You have AI avatars to select from, and then voices below, and then you just generate those episodes. I'll show you what the custom avatar creation looks like. It's really simple. You just put in the name for the avatar, some descriptive features like age, gender, ethnicity, orientation, pose, style, a brief description of what you want it to look like, and then you upload 5 images of yourself. So try to use images that are well lit. You want them to be sort of different angles of your face. Maybe one straight on, one a little bit off to the left, the right, maybe showing a little bit of teeth, just so the AI clone has some good reference images to work on when it's creating your avatar. And then you'll see that you have these AI generated avatars that look exactly like you, and they actually talk during the videos, which is awesome. So let's look at what some of those outputs look like. So we have our audio only podcast, which is going to sound like this.
Welcome to today's quick dive into the fast.
So you can see that was my voice reading the script. It'll do that full podcast episode. You have the option to post these as well. If you post an audio only podcast, it'll actually post it as a waveform video. So you get a cool waveform that posts along with it, which makes it a little more engaging on platforms like Facebook or Instagram. You also have the option to download that audio. We can look at one of those video podcasts as well. Those have, we can see what the AI clone looks like, which is really cool.
Welcome to today's quick dive into the fascinating world of gold. Did you know that
gold? That's me talking. Obviously, I didn't actually say any of that. That's my clone talking along with the script. I had a co-host in this episode as well, so she's talking as well.
Fast forward to 2025.
So you can have more conversational podcasts. You can have a solo podcast, really customized between video and audio outputs and across any topics you like. So this is an awesome way to get longer form content if you do want to start building up an audience on platforms like YouTube or Spotify. And now let's jump into the calendar feature. So we've covered all of our different creation types. Now we can really get into how we post, how we distribute those, and how we see the analytics for them. So the calendar feature is one of the most popular features we have because it really allows you to set it and forget it. So you can jump in, create all your social posts, schedule them out for the whole month if you want. You can do it day by day, a week in advance. You can do it for the year. You can really schedule this out so that you're going to have a strong marketing output for the rest of that time frame without really having to do anything. So you can see we have my post scheduled here. I can see which platforms are going to, how many posts I have scheduled that day. If I want to click in and see those, I can just click on the day. I can see exactly which posts I have. I can even view those directly just to get a better insight of what that post was. Say I want to edit this. I don't actually want to post this one that day. I can just go ahead and unschedule that. Now I don't have to worry about that post going out that day. This one is still going to go out. So it's really customizable, and it lets you pull those assets that you've created and then create a strong posting schedule. So let's say I want to add a new one. I can add a new one on Friday the 24th. So we'll click here. We see we don't have anything scheduled that day. We'll hit schedule new post, and then we'll select a time. So real quick, it actually will automatically detect your time zone from the browser. If it's incorrect or if you want to change it, feel free to just click through and select your actual time zone. So this is really going to accommodate people all around the world, which is great for developers like you who are coming from all different regions and countries. You can set this to your time zone, and then you can be sure that it's going to go out at the correct time. So we'll schedule a new post. We'll select the time. Say we want this to go out 8:30 in the morning. And then we want to select, let's say we want to post a video. So we'll click on this video. We'll see which platforms it's compatible with. Let's say we want it to go to LinkedIn and we want it to go to Instagram. Go ahead and schedule that post, and then you'll see that we have it scheduled here. You can also go back and you can see previous posts as well. So we have my old posts that went out. You can see that they're checked green. So you can see that they went out. I can still see which platforms they went to, how many posts went out that day. So it's a good way to also keep track of how you posted in the past. You don't have to question yourself and be like, did I post enough last week? You can come in here and you can really see it. So a great way to schedule out posts and really have a hands-off approach where you can really set it and forget it. So let's jump into the persona page. The persona page allows you to add some more customizable options that gear your content more towards your business. So if you wanted, like on those AI short videos, you notice how the captions had a certain color or a certain background. We can customize that here with our brand colors and customize caption backgrounds, caption text colors. This will apply to that audio waveform color on those audio podcast features as well. So you can really customize how everything looks. So your output is geared towards your personal brand, your business brand, or however you want it to look. You get a quick preview here. This is that custom photo library. So like we saw in some of our asset creation pages, when we wanted to add a image, we had that custom library. So we can upload as many images as we want to that custom library, and they'll appear there to make it easy to edit those social posts, blogs, or newsletters. So we can add those photos here. You can see all your photos. The target audience is a really cool feature because on those written assets where it lets you select a target audience, you can gear that output more towards that specific audience. So I wanted this to be more toned towards students. I could input a target audience for students and then select this before I generate the newsletter, and it's going to gear that output towards my target audience. So it's really easy to add those as well. You just come in, you put the name of the target audience and then a description, engineers focused on AI marketing tools. And then you would add that. It adds it to your target audience library, and then you can view those directly in that drop down, making it super easy to gear those outputs. You can also edit these if you weren't happy with it, resave it, or you can delete those as you want. Once you add them, you just come down here, update your persona, and it'll be saved permanently to your persona. And then we have SEO features, which is awesome. So say you're posting a lot of content, maybe it's not doing as well as you would have liked, or you have a website that you want to drive some more traffic to. These SEO features, which is search engine optimization for those who don't know, are a great way to sort of boost that content or those websites. We'll start with the keyword ranking analysis. So this is a great way to find out which words on your site are going to boost your SEO. For example, if we wanted to do AI agents, we'll go ahead and search, and we can get some detailed analysis about how this term as well as similar terms are performing across the web in terms of SEO. So we can see things like monthly search volume, we can see cost per click, the competition, and then you can scroll down and you can see a lot of similar terms as well. So maybe the term you put in was had really high competition, or the cost per click was high, and you wanted to do something similar, but that is maybe going to be a little bit more effective for you. You can scroll down and you can see all these different keywords that are similar to the one you input, and then maybe choose one of those. So maybe we wanted to actually do best AI agents. We can see there's a little lower competition for that. Maybe that would be a good one to put on our site. Let's jump into the other SEO feature, which is the SEO audit. This is awesome for business owners who want to analyze their SEO performance on their website. So we've also seen clients use it for competitors' websites to see how theirs kind of stack up against their competitors' websites as well. So we go ahead, we put in a website URL, which we want to run the analysis on, and then we put in an email just so it can send it to you. You'll actually get a PDF export of this full report, and then we'll go ahead and we will run this check. So it's going to actually scrape the website, and it's going to give us a full audit of the SEO performance of that website. So we're doing apple.com. Obviously they have a great website. They're going to get a good score. So they have an A- on theirs, but we can go through, we can see how everything performs on their site in terms of SEO. So we have performance, links, on-page SEO. And then this is a really detailed report. So you can continue to scroll through. There's a ton of different information regarding keywords, different performance metrics, basically all the SEO insight that you would want to have on your website, you can get from this report here. So let's go ahead and we've got the gist of this feature here. So let's go ahead and jump into the reports feature, which is going to be for collecting metrics on those social posts, which we send out. So you have a full reporting dashboard to collect metrics on these social posts that you send out. You'll notice on this account, my numbers are a little bit off just because I deleted a bunch of things out of the database, just cleaning things up. So it's a little bit off right now, but you can see that we have some posts going out. You can click and see what that post was, how it performed on various platforms, as well as a cumulative report of your engagement, your likes, views, and how your content is performing across these different social platforms. We also have this analytics view if you wanted to see some different visualizations of how your content is performing. We can see a distribution of the type of post I'm sending out, how different things are performing. So once you begin to use the app more and you are posting a lot of content, this will kind of help you narrow in on what performs the best for you, what you're seeing the best engagement on, and hopefully in the future help you really guide those posts towards what is going to benefit you the most. So those are all the features. We touched on the Connect Social page already, which was that which was going to be that the feature that allows you to connect your social accounts. We also, if you had any questions about the site, I know it's a lot. I think you guys will really jump into it. I know you guys are all tech oriented, so you'll jump at it really quickly. If you had any questions, all the features do have these tooltip icons talking about how to best use the features. So if you had any questions, we have these on every single feature for you. You just got to hover over this, and then we have those videos explaining how to use the feature. We also, in case that wasn't enough, we have this AI assistant down here. You can go ahead and ask questions directly and get a response either from the AI or from our team. So let's say I forgot how to connect Instagram. So how do I connect my Instagram account? So this chatbot is trained on the full knowledge base of our website, so it's able to guide you directly to the pages you need to go to. So it knows to go to Connect Socials, and then it'll even give you some more detail as to how to do that. So there's a ton of resources in terms of using the site. If you have any questions or forget which features are best for what, feel free to hover over those tooltip icons with the videos or use this AI chatbot that we have down in the bottom. So that basically wraps up all the features. I'll give you guys a little hint on how to complete the task for the day, which is going to be logging in, creating an account, and then connecting your LinkedIn. We're going to create a social post and we're going to post that to LinkedIn. So you guys will all be able to sign up for a free trial. So when you get here to the sign up page, you'll just sign up. It's going to be free for you for 14 days. So feel free to get in, play around with everything, see which features you think you would use the most, which features are going to be the most beneficial for you. Once you jump in, you'll go to the Connect Social page. You'll go ahead and connect your LinkedIn account. So all you do is click that button. It takes you to a LinkedIn hosted site where you just log in, and then it kicks you right back to our website. You'll be connected, and then you can jump over to that social post page, go ahead and create a social post, and then you can post it directly to your LinkedIn account. So yeah, that's the tool. I'm really excited to see how you guys use it. I'm sure you guys will really do some interesting creative things with it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys jump in and utilize the tool. We do have TikTok coming very soon. So we set up the integration for it. Everything's built out. We're just currently in the approval process with TikTok. So they have to approve your API integration. It's been submitted, so we should get that here in the next few weeks, and then you'll be able to post directly to your TikTok as well, which will be great for those video assets. So yeah, we do have TikTok. It's coming very soon for you guys. Is there a sandbox to test out? Yeah, so you guys have that free 14-day trial, so you can actually test the app's full features right now if you want to go ahead and set up an account. Which LLMs does it use? So we use OpenAI's LLMs, especially in that chat feature. We have a lot of third-party integrations as well. I won't get too in the weeds about how all that works, but with that chat feature especially, you actually have the option to select the model you want as well, which is awesome. So if you're familiar with LLMs and you kind of know the different models have some use cases, you can actually select exactly which model you want to use in that chat feature. And you just hit save settings, and then you'll be using that model via the API, which is awesome. So they actually don't need a sandbox. They can create a free account right now, and they'll have a free 14-day trial where they can test out everything, all the full features. So it's free for them if they want to sign up now, so they can really play around with it and use the tool. So we touched on that briefly. We use in the chat feature, we use OpenAI's API, so we let them select from the various models. For some of the other features, that's a little more proprietary, but we do use some other third-party integrations as well for some of the other content creation. So no, it doesn't auto-select the model. You actually manually select that. That would be a cool feature to add, and we definitely can still do development on this tool as well. So if you guys have any good ideas or some things you think would really kind of boost the tool up or make it more useful for you, feel free to shoot a message to our team on this chat assistant. We have an inbox where we can see those. And I'd really look forward to seeing what input you guys have or what features you think would really, So everything's very secure. It's all through the official APIs. So connecting to various apps, it's all through the official APIs for those platforms. So everything is, by the books in terms of data security. Everything's very secure. We use a secure database. We don't store any of your personal information that's going to be viewable or leak anything like that. So everything is very secure. And you don't have to worry, especially with those third-party platforms. Those are the official APIs and the official review processes we went to ensure that everything is secure. So everything's official and by the books and set up to be secure for you guys.